What's up with college nowadays? In the past, getting a degree meant being the top of society, a cozy life, white picket fence with 2.5 kids. Now half of those degree holders regret the decision and can't even afford to live. So why? How did college go from this prestigious achievement to something so hotly debated? And as somebody about to finish their last year of university, do I personally think that it's still worth going? Let's start off with what exactly happened. How did we get from here to here? Three things: the economy shifting, outdated institution, and the overall state of the world. Starting off, the economy shifting is one of the main problems for students, graduates, and honestly everyone in general. But it extends farther than just even money. First, let's talk about the number of people that have a degree nowadays. In 2021, the census reported that 85 million people had some varying level of higher education, which is up from about 47 million in 2001. So in 20 years, the number of people with higher education has gotten close to doubling. And on top of that, according to the census again, in 2024, 42.8% of ages 25 to 39 had higher education. And that's just in the US. This means that there is an unreasonable amount of people competing for jobs as we close into nearly 50% of the working class having a degree. That, in tandem, results in a spiral of high debt, high competition resulting in many graduates struggling to find decent employment, and an overall decrease in return on investment. That to say that times have shifted away from what colleges once offered. Secondly, and on top of all of that, outdated institutions are another large problem. Colleges that can't keep up with the times, haven't reformed, or simply are just operating on their own agenda pose a large obstacle for students. Oftentimes, a college's main priority and agenda is administration and funds, putting students' needs second. College, for or nonprofit, is still a business, which means their goal is to enroll as many students as they can, make as much money as possible, and produce people that advertise the effectiveness of their college. So while colleges will do their best to keep students comfortable and enrolled, the costs are still going to increase over time. And on top of that, for many people, once you get your degree, you're just kind of thrown to the wind. College oftentimes gives you the foundation of a premise, which you still usually have to teach yourself, then gives you a degree and says good luck. Which isn't necessarily a problem, but subverts the expectations of most college students and doesn't really prepare you for the real-world workforce. Most people I met assume they go to college, do decent in classes, and then they just get a job. The price for all of that is the thousands in debt that they pay. Nowadays, it's a lot more than that. Now you need to stand out. The expectation is if you want to get hired, you need to get a degree, get an internship, have extracurriculars that look good on a resume, and have something to show that you really put in effort. Most people I meet assume they can just put the bare minimum into college and get by, but that simply isn't enough with the sheer amount of competition. Finally though, let's talk about the state of people and the world in general. I'm in my 4th year of college, and so far I've had almost 10 of my best friends drop out or transfer. Not 10 of my friends, 10 of my closest friends. Between mental health, finances, and irresponsibility, people have been dropping like flies. I would say a solid 40 to 50% of the people I've personally met at college have dropped it, leaving me kind of feeling like a lone survivor. College is rough. Mental and physical health has been on the decline for years now. Not to mention that a lot of people's social skills have been dwindling. Half of college is administered through computers, eliminating the need to build relationships with your professors, and for many, building relationships with peers is becoming more of a struggle. Community has been a dwindling aspect in Western life for a while now, which is kind of the backbone of the college institution. Without a proper support system, social structures, and quality friends, people burn out fast at college. Not to mention, the college environment socially is a death trap to the academic process if done incorrectly. I've seen many people fall into the trap of staying out all night partying or picking up habits that didn't serve them well in the future. I met one person that had a 4.0 GPA in high school drop to a 0.5 because their freshman year was spent exclusively at frat parties. That's not to mention the drinking culture at college, which seems to be 50% of the day-to-day social activities. While it's incredibly easy to socialize in these environments, it's an easy trap to bad grades and poor life decisions. Managing your freedom is tough, as somebody who just goes from high school in their parents' house to living entirely on their own, but doing it incorrectly can lead to failure. So it's just something to look out for. Now, is college still worth going to? It's kinda hard to tell. Even the once most valuable degrees are losing their value. The guarantee of stability is dropping, and failure means life-crippling debt both of time and money. That being said, college was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I became significantly more confident, I gained direction in life, and I learned more about myself than I ever would have working a trade job. But only time will tell how things pan out from here. Would I recommend going to college? Sure. I mean, especially if you don't know what else you're going to do. Is it the most financially rewarding option? No, definitely not, and there are a lot of better options at the end of the day. Just take time to understand what you want out of life and do your research. Oh, and if you like this content, please like and subscribe. There's plenty more on my channel, and my previous video talked a lot about computer science and how that related to college. But I hope you enjoyed this content, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.